Have you ever wondered why, after turning 60, the penis no longer keeps its firmness and shape like before? Sometimes it looks smaller, the erection angle is lower, leaving many men quietly worried that their vitality has truly come to an end. But the truth is, not quite. I'm Dr. Marie, and today I'll help you uncover the silent changes happening inside the male body and how modern science has proven that with just a few minutes of daily training, you can improve hardness, increase stability, and restore your confidence. This is not about pills nor surgery. It's about using the hidden muscles inside your body that most men have never learned to train. And pay close attention, because the very first part coming up will reveal the real reason why the penis changes with age, something many men never expected, yet it holds the key to maintaining your strength after 60. But before we get into the main content, I'd love to get to know you. Where are you watching this video from? Leave a comment below. I'd be so glad to know who I'm sharing this journey with today. And if this is your first time visiting the channel, don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss valuable knowledge for men's health. Now, let's move right into the first part, the real reason behind penis changes after the age of 60. Part 1, the real reason the penis changes after 60. After turning 60, many men notice that the firmness, and even the visible size, of the penis is not the same as before. Normally, people tend to blame this on declining hormones or assume it's just an inevitable part of aging. But in reality, the true cause lies in an important mechanical factor that most men never pay attention to: the weakening of the pelvic floor muscles. Inside the pelvis lies a network of small muscles that serve as the foundation for male sexual function. Among them, the two key groups are the bulbocavernosus and the ischiocavernosus. When strong, their job is to lock blood inside the erectile chambers, maintain firmness, and hold the penis up at the youthful angle. Over time, however, these muscles weaken for several reasons. Sitting too long with little movement, which almost switches off their function. Prostate or pelvic surgeries, which may disrupt nerve signals. Natural aging, which reduces contraction strength and muscle coordination. When this happens, blood escapes more easily, making many men believe that their penis has shrunk. In reality, the anatomical length hasn't changed. It's the drop in internal pressure that makes it look smaller, softer, and lowers the erection angle. The good news is this condition can absolutely be improved. Research has shown that simply retraining the pelvic floor muscles can help men regain firmness, stability, and confidence, even well into their 60s and 70s. In the next part, I'll guide you through a scientific exercise that takes only 3 minutes a day, but can bring about a truly noticeable change. Part 2, the 3-minute Kegel exercise to improve natural hardness. Before you begin training, it's important to correctly identify the muscle group you're about to work on. The easiest way is this: while urinating, try stopping the flow for a moment. That slight tightening you feel inside, that's the pelvic floor muscle. But remember, only try this once to recognize the feeling, because doing it repeatedly can harm your bladder. Once you've identified it, you'll practice outside the bathroom. The basic exercise is very simple. You don't need any equipment and you can do it anywhere. Sit or lie down in a comfortable position, with your body fully relaxed. Breathe naturally, then gently contract the pelvic floor muscles, as if you're lifting something from the inside. Hold the contraction for about 3-5 seconds, then release completely for 5 seconds. Repeat this cycle 10 times. Do 2-3 sets per day, which you can spread out in the morning, afternoon, and evening. While training, avoid common mistakes. Don't tense your stomach, glutes, or thighs. Don't hold your breath, and never push downward. The goal is a gentle lift from within. This is not about brute muscle strength. It's about control and coordination. Think of it as training precision, not raw power. According to many men, the first results often come quietly: a clearer awareness of the muscles, easier contractions, and less effort needed to maintain them. After a few weeks, the improvements become visible: stronger erections, a steadier upward angle, and gradually, confidence returning in intimate life. But remember, this is only the foundation. In the next part, I'll show you how to upgrade this routine into a neuromuscular training sequence, helping you speed up progress and bring the benefits even closer to real-life situations. Part 3, neuromuscular control, the secret to faster improvement. Once you've mastered the basic contraction and release, the next step is to train the coordination between your brain and your pelvic floor muscles. Simply put, you need to teach these muscles to fire instantly when your body enters arousal. This is the key factor that allows you to maintain hardness and stability at the exact moment you need it. Some men choose to use biofeedback devices or supporting apps to monitor how their muscles are working, which helps them adjust and improve faster. But even without tools, you can train naturally with quick contraction release rhythms. For example, contract the muscles for 1-2 seconds, then relax completely. These short bursts closely mimic the reflexes during intimacy, allowing you to stay in control when it matters most. Once you're comfortable with quick contractions, you can increase the challenge with longer holds, 10 seconds or more, to build endurance. You can also practice engaging these muscles during everyday activities, like standing up from a chair, climbing stairs, or lifting light objects. This way, the pelvic floor activates automatically in real life, not just during exercises. And to make the benefits crystal clear, in the next section, I'll share real results from men who practice this routine for weeks to months, and the unexpected improvements that go far beyond sexual performance. If you're still watching up to this point, thank you for staying with me. I truly appreciate it. Leave the number 3 in the comments below so I'll know I'm not sharing this alone. Part 4, results at each stage of training. If you stay consistent with your training, you'll notice changes appearing gradually, step by step. In the first few weeks, you may not see a big difference on the outside, but you'll begin to feel greater control over your pelvic floor muscles. Simply waking up, this muscle group is already a strong foundation for future improvements. From weeks 3 to 5, holding the contraction becomes easier. You won't need to strain, yet you'll still be able to maintain it longer. This is when your control starts to increase, and activating the muscles begins to feel more natural. By weeks 6 to 8, most men notice significant changes: firmer erections, a higher erection angle, and longer-lasting performance. This stage often marks the return of real confidence in sexual life. From weeks 10 to 12, the results usually become most visible. The penis looks fuller, firmer, thanks to better blood retention. Many men even report feeling younger by several years, not only physically but also mentally, because the sense of control has returned. But pelvic floor training doesn't stop at sexual function. In the next part, I'll reveal surprising benefits for the urinary system, prostate health, and even physical mobility, things many men never expected. Part 5, benefits beyond the bedroom. Training the pelvic floor muscles doesn't just improve erections or external appearance, it also brings a wide range of benefits for overall health. In fact, these muscles are considered part of the supporting framework of the pelvis, and when they are strong, the whole body benefits. One of the biggest advantages is better bladder control. For men who often experience leakage, urgency, or incontinence, especially after prostate surgery, pelvic floor exercises can significantly reduce symptoms. Additionally, keeping these muscles firm helps prevent pelvic organ prolapse and supports the stability of the prostate. Not only that, many men also notice positive changes in posture and spinal health. When the pelvic floor works in harmony with the abdominal muscles and lower back, you stand taller, reduce pressure on the lumbar region, and feel lighter and more energized in daily activities. And to prove these benefits are not just theory, in the next section, I'll share real-life stories of older patients, men who practiced the 3-minute routine and achieved incredible results, from freeing themselves from dependency on medication to rediscovering closeness in their marriages. Part 6, real patient stories. To give you a clearer picture, let's look at the case of a patient I once worked with. Mr. Hi, 68 years old, was constantly anxious because every time he wanted to be intimate with his wife, he had to rely on medication. This made him lose confidence and live in fear of long-term side effects. I guided him to build a simple pelvic floor exercise routine, only about 3 minutes each morning. After more than 10 weeks of persistence, He shared that for the first time in many years. He could control his body without needing any pills. The sense of control and confidence had returned. Another patient, Mr. Robert, 72 years old, had even given up initiating intimacy because he no longer believed his body could respond. Yet after just 3 months of consistent training, he regained stability and endurance in his erections. More importantly, he said that his marital relationship became more connected, intimate, and full of emotion. What changed was not only his physical condition, but also the way he saw himself. These stories demonstrate the hidden power of a group of muscles that men often neglect. And to make sure your training is always effective and safe. In the next part, I'll share some important precautions, along with signs of when it's time to seek guidance from a specialist. Part 7, Advice and Safety Warnings for Training. Just like any other physical exercise, pelvic floor training needs moderation. If you push too hard, contract continuously, or train more than recommended, you may experience tightness, discomfort, or even urinary problems. The most important principle is to train regularly, but moderately, giving your muscles time to adapt and recover. If during training you feel pain, develop urinary issues, or notice unusual symptoms, take these as warning signs and see a doctor. In particular, men who have undergone prostate surgery or have underlying urinary conditions should consult a physician before starting to ensure safety. The good news is, for most men over 60, this method is safe, low risk, and comes with almost no side effects. It is an ideal option for those who want to improve sexual health without relying on medication or surgery. Dear friend, as you can see, just a few minutes of practice each day can completely change how your body responds, bringing back confidence and control, something many men believe is lost forever after 60. This is not only a journey to improve sexual health, but also proof that age should never stop us from living fully and with strength. If you want to maintain vitality, resilience, and lasting health, start today. With steady persistence in small steps, the results will surprise you in just weeks or months. Before we wrap up, I have one last message. If you found today's video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you won't miss out on the most practical and science-backed knowledge for men's health. I wish you good health, abundant energy, and the confidence to stay strong at any age. See you in the next video.